Beloved, shalom, shalom, beloved. The table is set. Now, this is a word that came to me some time ago, that the table is set. As you see, there's an apple, and the apple represents those seeds that we need for life. And then there's other fruit as well. And of course, fruit represents the seeds that we need. So as you see, there's mandarin here, there's a lemon, there's the candles, there's the bowls, the dishes, so to speak, the knife, the fork, the spoon, and all of the above. So let's get into this and talk about the blessings and what it means to actually have a table set, because it's not exactly what we think it to be. And the table is set. And the table represents a meal, sharing a meal together. The table could also represent communing together. There's so many different things the table represents. It could represent the covenant, because you wouldn't just sit at a table and have a meal with just anybody, but perhaps you would sit at the table and have a meal with someone that is close to you, somebody that you have intimacy with, somebody that you're in a close relationship with. It could be your kingdom spouse, it could be a parent, it can be a child, it can be a cousin, and so on and so forth. It could be a dear friend, a neighbor, someone that you do business with, a business partner. But we know that the table represents more than what we see it for in the natural. It has a spiritual connection as well. And I apologize for the delay. I was going to go live earlier, but I had to deliver a gift to someone today. So I was a little delayed with that. And please check out Garden Seeds for Life on YouTube. That is the plant-based juicing and plant-based lifestyle. So anyway, I want to talk to you today about the blessings and what it means to actually go into that place to have intimacy with that husband or wife. And a lot of times we get discouraged or we have disappointments because perhaps that person that you are with, there's been some challenges, however it works out, but we have one person that we are connected to in the spiritual realm. And that person is the one who was selected by the Maker, the Creator of all. And that person is our true kingdom spouse, husband or wife, regardless of how it pertains to you. And the table is set. It is symbolic to the connection, the spiritual connection between the husband and the wife, the king or the queen, Mr. and Mrs., or however you want to phrase it. So in the Hebrew language, the word for table is a word that is not used often today. I believe it's pronounced shool-khawn, and I will include that later in the description so you can actually see the word for yourself if you're interested in learning more about the word and learning more about what it means to have a table set. The table is set, and that means there's something prepared for us in these connections, these divine connections with that person that is the other part of us, so to speak, because when the two come together, they become one together. And It's amazing. It's incredible. That's where you have that excellent friendship. You're just not just friends, but you're lovers and friends. That's your partner that you do everything in life with. And in the kingdom marriage, it's just not about the table being set in preparation. There has to be honesty and integrity and intimacy. And there should also be a lot that we put into it. Loyalty. We need to be sure that we're doing our part. It's not just on the other person, because some people like to put it all on the other person. But both of us have to do our part, the husband and the wife, the king and the queen. So there has to be transparency, and there has to be loyalty. There has to be monogamy, because in these special covenants, these relationships, which is the marriage covenant, it's so necessary to be transparent and honest and open, and not to have secrets or hide anything. All of that is going to cause issues in the relationship. It's going to cause problems. Hi, it's Daisy time. How are you? So we're going to briefly dig into what it means to have the table set, because it's not what it appears to be. It's not what it is on the surface. So we have to dig deeper. We have to go into it, and we have to examine it on a deeper level with our spiritual eyes, so that we can have an understanding of what it means for the table to be set. Oh, that's wonderful. It's Daisy time. I'm glad you're good. So it doesn't matter right now what your marital status is. Maybe you're married, you're unmarried, you're engaged, or you're not interested at all. That's fine. But we are here. We are blessed to be a blessing. We are connected one to another. So perhaps you're one who helps others in their marriage. Perhaps you've been married 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 plus years, and you have that experience. You know what it takes to have an excellent marriage. You know what it takes to do the hard work, and you can help others to get there to their next level. But regardless of where you are, there's something for each and every one of us, something to share, something of importance as it pertains to the table being set. Now, what is for you is for you. Nobody can come and steal it from you. Your marriage promise is your marriage promise. And it doesn't matter about how long it takes for it to come into fruition or manifest. It could take 10, 20, 30, 40, how many years? Usually it won't take 40 years, however, but we cannot give up just because there are some challenges, just because there are some miscommunications, just because there's some friction. We have to keep going. We can't allow others to give us the bad news, because we have to focus on the good news, what is positive. And later I'm going to share a lyrical message, because I have a lyrical message, another one that came about. However, you have to have that inner strength to fight. You have to fight. You can't give up easily. You have to have that fortitude. You have to be courageous. You have to be bold. You have to say, nobody is going to take this blessing from me. You have to fight for it, because we know that we always have to fight. Everything is a fight in this life, like it or not. And most of the time we don't like to fight. We want peace. Most of the time, most women are peacemakers. They don't want to fight, but there's a time that we have to fight. And that doesn't mean having a disagreement or argument or being mean or cruel to somebody. Sometimes we have to fight. We have to be sure that we dig in our heels. You know what I'm saying? We have to make sure that we have a strong anchor, and we can't give up on this marriage promise. Love and romance is so important. The marriage covenant is important. The family structure is so very important, especially now in every nation, every tribe, and every tongue, every region, every territory, to the four corners of the earth. So regardless of where you are, please understand people are nations, tribes, and tongues. And All of us are connected one to another, like it or not. And then we have the spiritual realm. We have the angels and the angelic. We have the prophetic. We have the animals, which are the natural realm, the natural side of life in this earth. And what we need to hold on to is that there are times that there will be storms, there will be tests, but that doesn't mean that we are in a place that we're not supposed to be in. There are times when you do exactly what you're supposed to do and you don't get the right results. However, don't give up, don't give out, don't give in, don't throw in the towel, don't quit whatever you do, because we are warriors. We are here to be watchers on the wall, warriors, worshipers. We're to have hearts overflowing with gratitude, because gratitude is the key to wealth. And I'm not talking about wealth in terms of material things, so to speak, not about gold, silver, and all of that that is tangible. Wealth includes a lot. Wealth includes health. Wealth includes peace, joy. Wealth is not limited to just what you can touch, the accumulation of items or resources that we get. Prosperity is something that we need to grasp, something that we need to desire. And the words are like a seed, so we need to be careful of the words that we speak, because those words are going to grow into a tree, so to speak. But everything that we actually need for this life, we already have it inside of us. We only need to push it out, so to speak. We only need to stir it up, or needs to be stirred up inside of us, because each and every one of us has gifts, talents, abilities, skills, and so on and so forth. And it takes a lot of patience to have a healthy relationship. And we need to have a healthy relationship in these marriages. So the king and the queen come together and they dine together. Of course, we've seen this so many times over time, where the king and the queen come together, they dine together. Perhaps some of you have the example of Romeo and Juliet. Some of you like that story. Some of you like Cinderella. Some of you like Pretty Woman. Some of you like Queen Esther and the King of Persia, King Xerxes. Regardless of what scenario, it's all the same thing. The king and the queen rule together. They reign and rule together over their palace or castle or home, or however you want to phrase it for yourself. Apply it to yourself. That's what we have to do. We have to take it for ourselves and apply it to ourselves. And I thank all of you for joining in and watching. In case you don't know, my name is Shifrah Yocheved Yisrael. I am here to bring something of priceless value to you, not to take anything at all away from you. We are here to thrive together. We are here to help one another, to celebrate one another, and not to go into a place where we are so disconnected that we can't come together in unity. And we know that there's a lot that's been spoken that is not true of the kingdom marriage, the marriage covenant and relationship. Of course, it's wonderful to come together on that day and celebrate with family and friends, but it's so much deeper than that. You have to have a true friendship. You have to be lovers. You have to be best friends. You have to work together well. You have to love one another well. And of course, it's necessary to eat good food together. So I want to give an example tonight, and perhaps you have one. So if you do, I would like for you to share it. We're here together to help one another. It's not a dictatorship. It's not necessary for me to always talk and say something or go live. Perhaps some of you would like to do it. So share it with us, please, so that we will know, so that we can be connected, because that's the way we can come together and be stronger together, so that we can have healthy relationships, healthy marriages, and healthy friendships, and be in a place where we have good support with divine connections and destiny helpers. Not from a perspective of being political or religious at all, but just from a perspective of being people who care about other people. And many of you have been given divine assignments that you haven't done yet because you're waiting for divine connections and destiny helpers to come forth to help you. And sometimes it's not easy starting a business or starting a franchise or whatever it is. Some may desire to have a food truck. Some people like food trucks today, or these little portable cafes on wheels or whatever, where people deliver food to you or however. But if your gifting is food, then by all means pursue it. Now, there's certain ingredients that go into having a healthy meal. We need to have a menu. We need to know exactly what the ingredients are. There's so much that goes into it. You have to plan well. It takes preparation. It takes planning. It takes a team to get it done. Same way for the kingdom marriage, or the marriage covenant, or however you want to rephrase it, however you may want to phrase it or refer to it as. You have to be sure that you plan well, that you prepare, that you're able to take vacations together or have those times to have a break from the work routine or whatever it is that you're doing, or perhaps the business. Because people think that just because you have a business or multiple streams of income that you don't need to take a vacation or a break. But all of us need, it's so necessary to take a vacation or break, to be replenished, to be rejuvenated, revitalized, so we can have our batteries recharged and all of that. So it's important that we are kind to one another, loving and kind to one another in these relationships. Even though the table is set, it's necessary that we have the proper etiquette, that kindness should always be what we are working towards. We should always be kind and loving and peaceful and gentle and all of that. Not harsh words, kind words, gentle words. And of course, romance. You should have a date night. And it's not that you have to go by a particular thing step by step, but every now and then it's good to be spontaneous and not exactly plan it out. Just decide at the spur of the moment to go to the movies or take a walk, go to the park, or whatever it is that you like to do. Whatever it is that you like to do, it doesn't matter whether you've been together 10 weeks, 10 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, however, 50 plus. It is very important that you cultivate this relationship, that you keep the fire burning, that you keep the passion going, that you're not so predictable. You want to have some element of surprise, but you don't want to be shocking either. You know, it takes divine balance. We should always have balance. And it is so good and sweet to love and to be loved. Is nothing like it, but we have to have that intimacy, that deep level intimacy, transparency. We have to be loyal. We have to be reliable. We have to be responsible. We have to be accountable. When we do the wrong thing, we need to own it, and we need to apologize and be sure that we don't repeat the same behavior over and over again, because you definitely do not want to sit there and have to apologize over and over again. You do not. So the table is set for us. The table is set. The king is approaching the queen. I want to paint this scenario for you, since we don't actually have people here to act it out right now. Maybe at a later time, just not right now. So these bowls represent, the blue represents, so to speak, the king, and the pink one represents the queen. And as you see, you have the knife, the fork, the spoon. You have the tea light candles, which are lavender. You have the bowl of fruit. And then you have the apple on the side, which was it was too big to fit into the bowl. But anyway, what is it that you're going to have at this meal? It needs to be a balanced meal. It needs to be a healthy, nutritious meal, and delicious too. So you possibly may have some hibiscus tea. that you brew yourself, or perhaps you purchase some from someone that you know that prepares it well. You don't want a lot of added sugar. Or perhaps you just want to play it simple and plan it simple, and you just want to have some herbal tea, and you want to brew it up, and then you want to squeeze some lemons into it. Perhaps you want to have some orange slices. It's so many different ways that you can be creative in having that wonderful romantic dinner, because we already know in the spiritual realm, the table is set for us, but we have to do our part as well in the natural. So we want to be sure that we have a nice tablecloth. We want to make sure that the house is nice and clean. There's a nice scent. We want to make sure that there are flowers in vases, if that is something you like. Some people like that. Others prefer herb plants like basil, rosemary, and cilantro, and so on and so forth. Rosemary is really good. I love rosemary. I love basil. I love the way they add that extra herbal scent to the house naturally. But some people don't care to have herb plants in their house. They don't care for that. They prefer flowers. Some like artificial flowers. Some prefer the synthetic flowers to the natural flowers. Whatever it is that you like, just be sure that you're being creative with this romantic dinner that you're planning, whether you're the king or the queen, or you're planning it together, however it goes. Whether this is the actual wedding celebration, or whether this is the engagement celebration, or whether this is the anniversary, regardless of what you are doing. So there's so many people celebrating wedding anniversaries this month, next month, because this is the time people usually love to get married. This is the time people like to have invitations to their engagement parties or anniversary parties, or some just have to announce a new baby coming, or some are just going on a vacation, whatever it is. It's victory season, it's celebration time, it's marriage season. It is still Aviv, it is springtime, but we're moving soon into the summertime, which is Kayetz in Hebrew. And whether you're planning to have this dinner, this romantic dinner, indoors or outdoors, be mindful that if you're outdoors on a patio, you want to make sure that you have something to deter the bugs, because bugs will definitely come about when they sense food or people outside with fruit and all of that. So be careful and be mindful that you need to take some precautions when it comes to the bugs, because bugs can actually interfere with eating a romantic dinner outside on the patio. And if you're inside, you should be safe from the bugs, especially the mosquitoes or moths or bees or flies or whatever have you. And for those who are about to get married, something new, something blue comes to mind. Perhaps you may not like the color blue. You don't have to do blue. You can do orange, you could do pink, you can do purple. You can have any color scheme that you prefer to have for your romantic dinner and for your time with the king. So it's going to be coming about the time soon for the king to be in the field. The king is going to be in the field searching for that Ruth to make that connection. And you may ask, what is that all about? Well, it has to do with a specific season, because our ancestors went by seasons and times, not by calendars or clocks like today. And there was a certain time when the king, so to speak, or the husband, the man, would go out and search for that wife, that queen, so to speak. And there was always some kind of clue or sign or symbol, however you want to phrase it, because the romance, it was an atmosphere of love, an atmosphere of romance that's so sweet during certain seasons like Aviv and Kayetz, which is spring and summertime. That's when most people would get married or have their celebration with family and friends and neighbors, colleagues, and so to speak. And they would be presented with gifts and all of that. And sometimes the gifts were not always monetary gifts like cash money or anything like that. Sometimes the gifts were edible gifts like fruit and flowers and figs or dates or something like that, or jackfruit, pomegranate, apricots, and the list is endless. Regardless of where you are today in your chapter, in your book of life, always keep in mind that you are not forgotten. You are loved. You are treasured. You are here with a divine assignment, a divine purpose, and you have something that you can share or give to others that is extremely valuable, that is priceless. And you can actually use this to generate strings of income for yourself, to bless many people, and to sow into nations and to sow into people all over the world, your love line and bloodline and beyond. And some have cookies that they bake, others have cakes and pies, and it some are so skilled at ice cream and different ice cream flavors that are natural without all the harmful artificial ingredients. But whatever you do, just make sure whatever you do, it's authentic and it's natural and it's good and delicious. It doesn't have to be food. It doesn't have to be fruit. It doesn't have to be any of that. It could be something different. Perhaps you prepare garments. You are good at cleaning carpet, or you may be good at putting together clothing, staging houses, whatever it is. Use those gifts and use them well. It's going to open doors for you, many doors it will open for you, so you can have prosperity and wealth, so that you can generate income. And it takes streams of income. I said streams, I meant to say strings, but strings of income to flourish and to have a family, regardless of how many children you have. Nobody wants to sit around pinching pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, whatever, and most people would prefer to have a lavish lifestyle without being too extravagant. But we should always desire overflow. We should always desire abundance, because we're not here to struggle or to stress or to strain or to strive, but we are here to thrive. THRIVE, thrive. And a table represents a lot. A table represents communing together. Table represents connecting one to another. Table represents intimacy, interaction. Of course, you would not want to share a meal with somebody that you absolutely don't like or that is not close to your heart. You would, more than likely, you would not want to share a meal with a complete stranger that you don't even know. So what was being highlighted to me is the table being set is intimacy and romance, love, a deep connection with that person who is right for you. Because everyone is not right for us. Some people may be a good fit, but that doesn't mean that is the person who has been chosen for us. And of course, the maker, the creator, knows better than we know. Knowing exactly what we need, knowing exactly who it is that we should have as that spouse, husband or wife. And what would you like to see at your table? Would you like candles? Do you want flowers? Do you prefer to have paper plates, or do you want to have those extravagant, shiny plates? What color do you want? It's so much that goes into the table being set. Perhaps you want a nice tablecloth. You don't want a cheap tablecloth. You don't want something that's plastic or flammable. You want something that may have lace in it, satin, silk. Don't deprive yourselves. Go into it and do it lavishly. There's no need to be cheap when you are planning your romantic dinner, or when you are planning this wedding banquet, or whatever it is that the two are doing, whether you're the king or the queen, or if you're preparing it together and you're already married, you want to be sure that you select the right time, the right place, the right moment. You don't want to do it when there's going to be a lot of interruptions, when there's going to be a lot of interference. You definitely don't want to do it then. So you have to plan. And that's another part of what came to me. If the table is set at the right time, at the appointed time by the maker, the creator, not the time that we desire or the time that we think it should be done. The table is set when the maker sets the table for us to dine together with our maker and with our kingdom spouse. We really have to be patient. Patience is something that is necessary. You want to be patient. You don't want to be impatient. You always want to be sure that you are one who can wait well, one that can endure well in the storms and the testing and all of that. And remember, keep in mind, we are not being punished. That is not what is going on, but it's just the way life is. There will be days that will be sour rather than sweet. There will be days that will be cloudy rather than sunny. There will be days that are overcast and rainy and dreary. And then there'd be days that are just picture perfect, like a piece of paradise, like it's just a day that all you think about is how incredible and how lovely the day is, because the temperature is right. It's sunny. You're having a wonderful time. There's low humidity or no humidity, and you can move about without being concerned about the temperatures rising too fast and about it being too hazy. And when that king approaches the queen, that king is going to have a crown and a ring. Perhaps for some, the king is going to have some gifts. However it pertains to you, it could be a king, it could be a prince, it could be a king approaching the queen, who is the queen for that king, or it could be the prince approaching the princess. However it pans out, it's going to be absolutely indescribable. It's going to be better than any movie. It's going to be better than any scenario that anybody could do in a play, a movie, a skit, and so on and so forth. I'm telling you, because when the maker writes a story, that story is going to be absolutely indescribable. It's going to be perfect. There's no need for you to be distressed. There's no need for you to have anxiety or be nervous or anxious. This is going to be a bestseller. This is going to be one that smashes the charts on every level, in every category. That's right. That is your love story. And you have a story. I have a story. We have a story. You are here for a greater cause, for a mission. And you need it, I need it, we need it, they need it, everyone needs love. It's so sweet. It's sweeter than honey. It's more fragrant than any flower, honeysuckles, lilac, and everything else. It is what has given us what we need so we can truly be successful in this life. It's love. There's nothing greater than love. There's nothing that is better. There is nothing that is sweeter. When you have that perfect fit with that right person that has been chosen by our Maker, it is, it's wonderful. You can't lose. You won't lose. You will always win. There's no way you could possibly lose because you are in the right place at the right time with the right person. And you are the star of that show. You are the queen, you are the king. And it's so amazing and awesome when that love story hits the big screen and plays out in real time for all to see. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. You have been selected. You have been chosen for this person. Don't doubt it. Don't deny it. Don't disregard it. Cherish it. Even if the person may not have done what you wanted them to do or thought they should do, even if you've had some disappointments, some rough spots, even if you've had a separation, whatever the scenario is specifically for you, always keep in mind and remember that love will override anything else as long as that love has been placed in your heart by our Maker, the true Cupid. Then that love will not end. That love will not fail. That love will not go away. It will not dry up. It will not disappear. It doesn't matter how long it's been. It doesn't matter if it's been 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 10 years, 20 years. It doesn't matter whether it's been 8 years, and it doesn't matter what others may think or say about it. What matters is that the two of you have been connected by the Maker, the Creator of all. If not, then it is not going to work. It may work for a period of time, but then it will not work because it will be disconnected. And it's hard for some to swallow that truth. However, the counterfeit is not going to remain in our lives, even if the counterfeit enters. So we have to guard ourselves against the counterfeits, against the fake husband, the fake wife, against the one who is truly not the one for us. And some of us have been through that before with the counterfeit. And once you've had that time with the counterfeit, you can detect when a counterfeit comes or tries to enter into your life. You know the warning signs, or you should know the warning signs. However, that's not everybody's story. It doesn't mean just because some have been through trying, challenging, terrible times doesn't mean that's for everybody. There are some where it's love at first sight, the two connect, and they're together forever. They're together for a lifetime, never ever to part, always there with one another, always faithful and true to one another. There are good endings to stories that started out good and end well. Not everyone has a story that is rough, like a roller coaster ride. That is like a stormy day where it keeps storming and there's thunder and lightning over and over again, and you wonder, when will this end? Well, regardless of what we have to endure, we have to dig in our heels. We have to be planted. We have to be anchored. That love is for us. And the one who has been given to us, we should always appreciate and cherish that gift of love, knowing that that person is the right one, the right person, even though there are times it may not add up, it may not be pleasant, it may not be peaceful, but we will find those solutions. They will come to us so that we can get to that place where it is right, where it is perfect, where it flows, where it is in that time where we build together, brick by brick, rock by rock, or whatever you're used to build. And build on a firm, strong foundation, a structure that will last, that will not crumble and tumble, that will not be burned up if there's a fire, or that will blow away if there is a strong wind. So we need to be loyal, we need to be faithful, we need to be monogamous, we need to be transparent, we need intimacy. Intimacy is very important in the marriage relationship. So we need that deep connection. And the way to keep that fire burning bright is to be best friends, to be lovers, monogamous, to be ones who love well together, ones who fight well together against challenges that come, whether they be health challenges, financial challenges, family challenges, issues with children, grandchildren, foster children, spiritual children. There's a lot that goes into it. However, there is also the joy of having that one person you can rely on, you can depend on, that no matter what happens, you can talk to that person because they're your friend, your lover, your partner for life, for a lifetime. And you can speak to them about anything. You can ask them any question. It doesn't sound strange to them. You can go anywhere with them and you can enjoy quality time with this person. You can go to the mountains, you can go to the valley, you can go to the hills, you can go to the islands, you can go to the beach, the sea, the ocean, and everywhere else in between. And even if it may seem like an impossible dream, it is not. It is in your reach to have that healthy marriage. Even if you had times in the past where you had marriages or relationships that did not work out, that is not your end. That is not where you are going to stay. You are going to move into a place. You're going to have a new chapter where you're going to have a successful relationship with that perfect person for you. Connect together, love together well, live life together well, enjoy the days together, and build together, brick by brick, one brick at a time, to build that house together, to clean that house together, to protect that house together, as our Maker provides. And you may think that The one sent to you is not qualified, but be very careful. Do not judge it by looking at what you see now. Everything can change overnight. That person can have some gold nuggets they never told you about. So be very careful. Be very, very careful about overthinking it or disqualifying someone based on your own interpretation. Allow our Maker to show you the right path, the right way to go. And wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. Keep hoping, and keep going. Don't give up on your dreams, your visions, the promises. Miracles happen all the time. Stand there. Don't give up. Don't give out. Don't become weary. And be careful of the words that you speak. Be sure that the words that you speak are good, sweet, positive words. You don't want to speak negative words because that will bring negativity to your situation and to your life. You want to speak words that sow seeds to the truth so you can be free. You want to plant those love seeds for your life so it can grow into a love tree. And there is also the prayer circle. However, this is the love circle, and we will be joining together live to connect to one another and to encourage one another when it comes to our lives, regardless of whether you marry or don't marry. You can help somebody else. You're not finished because you're not married or because you're unmarried. You can have a wonderful life without a spouse. However, if you have a kingdom spouse that you have been given, take that blessing and enjoy it, because two are definitely good together. Two can be a team. When you're all by yourself and it's just one, I'm telling you, you need somebody else to give you a helping hand, but it doesn't have to be a spouse. It can be a friend. It could be a relative. It could be a mother, a father. It can be a neighbor. It could be a stranger sometimes. So be sure that you're speaking positive, encouraging, good, sweet words over yourself and others. And be sure as you go about your day, when you meet people, that you have great expectations for sweet surprises, miracles, blessings, promises, and everything that is sweet to come into your life. You may want to invest in some merch that's going to encourage you. I have a close dear friend. I'm not going to call her name. She's always saying life is good. I don't know if she has a shirt with it on, but she definitely needs one that says life is good, because she loves to say life is good. Perhaps that's not your phrase. It doesn't resonate in you to say life is good, but whatever it is, hold on to what is good. Hold on to what is sweet. And when you do that, when you speak words that are good, positive, and encouraging, you will find that you are going to flourish like the palm tree, and you are going to have many, many blessings. So let us take the time to celebrate marriage, weddings, babies, or whatever it is that you are celebrating, that we are celebrating together right now. Perhaps you have a new business, you have a new ministry, you're connected to a new organization, whatever it is, you met a group of new people and you're having a wonderful time with them. Whatever it is, let us celebrate it. The victory is ours. This is the celebration time. This is the victory season, marriage season, baby blessing season, prosperity season, wealth season, all rolled up into one. So we cannot lose. We cannot fail. We are victorious. We are winners. We are in the winner's circle. We are in the love circle. And please connect to Garden Seeds for Life on YouTube and to the prayer circle, because this is the love circle. We're going to be talking about love. We're going to be sharing stories about love and romance and weddings and marriages and reconnections and reconciliations and restoration and all of the above. And we're going to keep it sweet and we're going to keep it simple. So we're going to take the time to pray for those who are already married together, whether it be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years. We're going to celebrate those people tonight, and we're going to offer up a prayer for them. So all are welcome here, regardless of your beliefs, just so you know. And we're going to pray. We're going to cry out to our Maker. Oh, we thank you, our Maker, our Creator. We thank you for the gift of love. Love is so good for us. Love is so delicious and nutritious to our mind, body, soul, and spirit. And we thank you that you are the ultimate Cupid. You are the one who puts people together. You are an incredible ruler. However, you do not force anything on anyone. You are pure love. You are perfect love. You are gentle, kind, gracious, and extremely generous. And we thank you for all these examples of many couples, the husband and the wife, the king and the queen together, married for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years. We thank you for their example. We thank you for them enduring. We thank you for them helping those of us who need help in our marriages. And we're going to continue to celebrate them. We ask that you bless them and keep them and give them all that they need to succeed in their marriage and in this life, that you pour out into them and replenish them, revive them, restore them, renew them, replenish them, and reset them for such a time as this. That as they pour out into others, we thank you that you're pouring back into them as well. As they sleep, as they rest, may they awake and discover more miracles, more answered prayer, more testimonies than they ever have seen before. And we thank you for those that are married who desire to see their husband or wife set free from addictions or afflictions. We thank you that you have the power to do anything and everything. And we thank you that you're touching hearts, you're touching minds, you're touching lives, you're touching homes tonight. You're touching marriages and rekindling those marriages that need to be rekindled. You're restoring what needs to be restored. You're reconnecting those to their true kingdom husband or wife. And we know that you do everything perfectly and you do everything well. And we thank you for putting us into the right place at the right time with the right heart, the right mind, the right spirit, the right attitude, and making us right in every sense of the word. That we will not be ones who will tear down our own homes or our own marriages, but that we will be the ones that will build up our marriages and build up our homes and build it well with all of those materials that are unbreakable, unshakable. Our hearts are overflowing with gratitude because we're so thankful. We're so thankful for the blessing of love, the ability to love, and we thank you for giving us love. We receive it. We taste the goodness of love, the sweetness of it, and we desire to share our love stories with others who need that encouragement, who need that example, who have experienced delays and setbacks and challenges because of unforeseen circumstances or something that may not even be their fault. Because we're not stuck on whose fault it is or whose fault it's not, because we know that regardless of what happened, whether it be both people or just one, that our Maker, you are the one who restores, reconciles, reconnects, replenishes. And we thank you for giving us everything that we need so that we can have unbreakable relationships, and that we can encourage others, and that we can pour into others as we are being poured into ourselves. We thank you for giving us wisdom. We thank you for giving us clarity and understanding. We thank you for giving us the patience and endurance. We thank you for making us kind and loving and humble. We thank you for giving us joy and laughter. We thank you for giving us shalom and making us complete and new and whole, so that we can love with all of our hearts, minds, souls, and all of our being the right way, the kingdom way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we know that your name is not the same in various languages, but we know that you have given us a way to communicate using your love language. So we declare and we decree the victory in the land of the living, that no person and nothing can stop or destroy who you have joined together in the marriage covenant. It will last and it will not be shaken. It will not be destroyed, because you had placed your hedge of protection and covered it with your feathers. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom to each and every one of you. Shalom means completeness. That means you have everything that you need for this life. You lack nothing. So we know poverty is not our portion. So we declare and we decree that wealth is our portion. And we declare and we decree that joy is our portion. We declare and we decree that true love is our portion. And we declare and we decree that excellent health is our portion. So we are not in a place where we are desperate or dry, drained, or depleted. We have everything that we need, and we are filled up to overflowing with pure love. Thank you for joining in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, connect. Definitely want to hear from you. Please email at Shifrah Yocheved Yisrael at gmail.com. Please connect on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. Please connect to the prayer circle. This is the love circle. Please connect to Garden Seeds for Life. And thank you very much. Thank you in advance for liking, sharing, subscribing, and connecting. Definitely want to hear from you. Garden Seeds for Life at gmail.com. And Just remember, everything that you need is in a seed that is already in you. It only has to be pushed out. So let's go. It's go time. Push, roar. Let your voice be heard. Let your voices be heard. Speak. Do not be silent. Do not allow anyone to silence you. Use your voice and speak what it is that needs to be heard into the atmosphere, in the nation and region or territory where you reside or where you are right now. The table is set. The table is set, and congratulations. Congratulations. You made it. You are blessed. And you will prosper, and you will have everything that you need. You will have more than enough. You will have limitless resources. Definitely. Shalom and sweet sleep to each and every one of you. Please be sure to rest well, and please be sure to love, 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 love well.